Hello, everybody. It is Monday, the 8th of July. Now, I don't think I will make many more videos, well, sporadically at best, in the coming future. My health is not the best at the moment. I think what we're looking at the moment is gallstones, which are bloody painful. And in the end, my channel doesn't make that much difference. There are others already, with God knows how many subscribers, that are working on this. If I wanted to really direct you, if you want to, obviously, it's only a recommendation, but the channel called The Fifth Kind, I think is extremely good and is actually going in the right direction to my mind. But anyway, I thought I wanted to address again a couple of things, and really the problem was Jesus, and that is, as he was a human being in this world, it is a problem with humanity, and that is our bloody inferiority complex that we're suffering from greatly. Anyway, let me start with Jesus, yeah? And it's really the one line that always comes back to me, and that is John 12:49. So, for I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. Yeah, so Jesus is just a glorified sound box for somebody else's will. That's all he is. He does not speak for himself, he does not discern for himself. Actually, he is denying self. Again, that is what he says later on, those that would follow me on my way, which leads to the book of the Revelation, to the big bloodbath and heavenly armies coming down to slaughter everything in its path. Anyway, he said, those that would follow me, deny yourself. Do not go by your own knowing. Yeah? So, again, he's channeling something and he does not use any discernment whatsoever. None. He just believes that that is a great being and it will lead to eternal life. And as again, the book of the Revelation is, that is not the picture of eternal life. But, right. But, as I said, glorified soundbox. He just parrots what he's being told. And he does as he's being told, right to the point of self-sacrifice. Yeah? So, the night before he was arrested, when he prayed so hard, that is really the moment, yours is not to reason why, yours is but to do and die. Yeah? And you're becoming a fully paid up member of the Heavenly Light Brigade. That's what he did. Again, as a human being, should you do that? And why I'm directing you to the fifth kind and others of that ilk is they are clearly going down the path of this is not all so spiritual. Those are great beings that are on another dimension. No, they were flesh and blood beings in this world. Those were occurrences in this world. They were beings like us. Greater knowledge, no doubt. In some way, mostly technology, I would think. But they were beings. So in the Bible, when you read God, yeah, it is usually the word Elohim that is being replaced either by the way God, everything is God in the Bible, or by the word Yahweh, to just make it one. But Elohim is a plural, and it is meant, the meaning of the word is the powerful ones. Those were powerful beings that were in this world. So you're worshipping other beings. Just let that sink in. That is really what needs to be talked about and what needs to be sink in into the mind of humanity. We're talking about solid other beings that came to conquer. They're probably still here somewhere, directing the affairs of man. And then look at this world. But another, to me, another example was Moses, very much so. Yeah, if Moses went on the mountain, he had a spiritual experience where he came back glowing. Was the experience? I think he might have been glowing. Was the experience, and brought back the Ten Commandments. Now again, spiritual is a knowledge of self. Yeah. So what is on those 10 Commandments is the law of this world, and thereby the law of humanity. And if you look at the laws, I say most would not disagree with them. It is born out of the feeling of a human being of what is right and wrong. Very much so, what is in those commandments. You know, you shall not lie, you shall not steal, you shall not kill, you shall not take stuff from your neighbor. All of those things. And I would say what was given as commandments, it's not actually called a law, it's guidelines, yeah? Was binding both for the Hebrews and for the thing that led them. Yeah? He was not above the law, the commandments. But again, Moses and the Hebrews are being led by this entity that then, again, leads the way, tells them what to do. And 5 minutes around the corner, he tells them to drive out an entire people and just possess the land. Yeah? Which is clearly against the 10 Commandments. And at that point, the people still murmured, and they were in fear. Now, fear means danger. You are in danger. And they were told they are in danger because they are afraid of giants. Yeah, you're just cowards. There was a far greater danger, and that was they were about to break the 10 Commandments. So their fear. Again, we feel fear. We know there's danger. We need to interpret what it is we're feeling and what it is pointing to. They were given an interpretation saying you're afraid of the giants. That was not it. That went deeper. That went a lot deeper, the danger. Against themselves, against their own knowing, again, of a human being. You should not do that. And then obviously the spirit that led them creating the law of Moses, through Moses. And there's so much stuff in there that goes against the 10 Commandments. It's unreal. But then again, that which led them, its law, was elevated above the 10 Commandments. And again, we are following blindly. Yeah? We're not discerning. They were not discerning. They have two conflicting laws in the end, and they're not discerning what the hell is going on here. Not going by our own knowing. So, two more things I want to talk about. One is the AI. You should think it's funny it's coming in here. Now it's not. We are building stuff outside of ourselves according to the knowledge of ourselves. We are the artificial intelligence, and that is something I was thinking about. Again, going back to the Sumerian text rather than the Bible creation of man. Although it's there as well. You know, God creates man from the dust of the earth, which means there's something already there. He's not creating man from scratch. The Sumerian text is a lot clearer on that. You know, there is a being already in existence. They're tweaking it. And, you know, again, I was wondering about what that meant for us. You know, our intelligence is artificially created. Not our bodies. They were there before. They are according to the earth. They always were. Well, one thing in the Sumerian text especially is it took them, I don't know how many goes, over 90 I think, before they had a being that was actually capable of living. And I'm thinking about, you know, artificial, what we're doing at the moment, you know, test tube babies. which is basically what they did. Part of that was what they did. And I'm thinking about the spark of life. Who gave the spark of life? Yeah, if you have a doctor here now, creating a life in the test tube and then planting it back into a woman's womb, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's no guarantee. So what determines whether the life will go ahead? Life will go ahead and will become a fully grown being that can be given birth to. So it is not the doctors that give the spark of life. In this world, it's not. And I say it wasn't back then if it took them over 90 goes. The spark of life was given to the creation that we are now, and it was not given to by the Anunnaki. It was given by something else. So we have a right to be. We were given that spark. And we are nobody's slave. That, to my mind, we can stand and say, I am. Because we were given the spark of life. And we are now existing. And now the place we're in now is, what are we? And we know good and bad, we know according to ourselves. As I said, the Ten Commandments, again, I would say is a knowledge of the law of this world. Coming through us, we are a part of this, good and bad. And again, if something else should come from somewhere else, saying, I'm so much greater, yeah, and these are my laws, and you should deny yourself doing according to my laws and my will, yeah, piss off. That's all I can say. Piss off. I am. And this is where humanity should stand, because I have a feeling something is about to happen. And humanity will stand there with their chin about down here, saying, oh, they're so much greater than us. We are nothing. We are but dust. And that's the last point, because I really think that is what Jesus was preparing the bride for. Yeah? Through the denial of self, and what he was actually proposing was the return of one of the Elohim. Obviously one. The one that will rule all over everything. So first of all, I think we are in an election, so to speak. Choose your ruler. Elohim are many. Which one will you elevate to become the one to rule over us? I think that is what Jesus is talking about. When everybody says God will come back to us and his kingdom will come, you're asking for one of them to come back and rule over the entire world. That we should know them again. That they will become a part of our reality again. As they were in the days of Abraham, I'm quite sure. They were walking around then, and people knew they existed, and they were amongst them. We will know that again. One, becoming visible and then being the ruler of this world. And again, look at the book of Revelation. What happens? The heavens will open and the armies of heaven, there is going to be war. There's another warmonger bringing his kingdom, bringing his rulership to earth. Yeah, slaughtering everything. Again, slaughtering everything that is not according to his will. Destroying the knowledge of everything that was before that is not of his will. We're all going under the rod of iron, being indoctrinated, brainwashed. And no, absolutely we should not go there. To my mind, we should not go there. As I said, we are humanity. Yeah, we should be according to ourselves, and ourselves is according to this world, is according to nature. And it's only when we become one with ourselves, with the world around us according to it, that we will be healed, that there will be a system here that will give to all, because that is what nature does. Once we are according to the truth of this world again, according to it. But as I said, at the moment, we're following the way of Jesus. I do not speak for myself. I repeat like a parrot. I'm sitting in church and I repeat like a parrot, and I will not think about it, because, if you speak against it, you go to hell. You will go to hell. Right, let me say one more last point, and that is what I wanted to address, is that these beautiful beings of light whose bodies are pure energy that people are seeing at the moment. Or some seem to be reporting about it. And again, it seems to me that, you use the word spiritual and reality goes out of the window. Everything that you know goes out of the window. And it shouldn't. Everything you can see, everything you can experience is based on your knowing. You cannot experience something that you can't even think, because you don't know it. Yeah? So these beautiful beings of light, their bodies are pure energy. And in this world, for me, the most likely explanation for this would be is that you're looking at a hologram. And I don't hear that mentioned. To me, that would be the most straightforward, most likely explanation. And then the question is, when they are projecting this image, holographic image, and it's the beautiful light beings, is that a true reflection of who they are, or are they creating an image? That will be pleasing to us, because they know us. They know us. They know how to press our buttons. And again, the beautiful beings are speaking to me, and I should do as I'm told, because they are so much greater than me, and I will not discern for myself. In fact, I will switch off my analytic brain, because it is the village idiot. Really, we need to get out of that inferiority complex and out of this guilt-ridden place that we're in. Say, you know what? We are. We know. We have a knowing of the Creator. And that is who we are. We will do according to our knowledge of good and bad. And ours is not, we will not stand there and say ours is not the reason why. Ours is but to do and die. Do the will of God. Don't question it. Have yourself nailed to a cross. Yeah? As I said, paid up member of the Heavenly Light Brigade. And you can ride boldly and well into the jaws of hell, which is the book of the Revelation. Can we please wake up? Anyway, here I leave it at that for today. As I said, I don't know how many videos or when I will get around to it again. I really need to concentrate on getting rid of this. At the moment, the doctors are not helping the NHS here in Northern Ireland. All they give you is bloody painkillers, which does not address the problem at all. So I have to look around to see if there's something I can do. It will probably take me a while. Anyway, here I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully. Bye.